G'day everybody, welcome back to Paddlecast, Quarantine Edition, the daily podcast from SUP Racer. My guests today, that's right, guests, plural, there's two of them, and they're two of my favorite people on tour. Two of the happiest, most positive, most loving paddlers you'll ever be fortunate enough to meet. Susak Molinero from Spain and Paolo Marconi from Italy. They have a lot of love for paddling. They have a lot of love for life. They have a lot of love for each other. They're a couple that lives together, trains together, travels together, races together, and they still are together. So that's true love right there, folks. But I always love seeing Susak and Paolo at the events because they've always got big smiles, big hugs, and some great suggestions for where to eat when we're in Spain. But it's always just, a positive experience when we hang out with these guys. So even though we physically can't be together in Europe, in May and June, that's usually the start of the Euro Tour and the European Summer of SUP when we're all just hanging out every weekend and sharing a lot of good times. That's not going to happen this year, unfortunately. So even though we can't physically, hang out and be together, I think it's really important that we stay connected as a community and as friends around the world when we're in this crazy isolation time. So today's podcast is basically just, this is my long roundabout way of saying that it's just my catch up with some of my European friends. And I hope you enjoy today's chat because these two share some really interesting stories about their paddling lives and maybe what really goes on, what really gets said at the buoy turns, what it's like to travel and train and compete as a couple, and what they've been doing during this lockdown period. Because unfortunately, unlike those of us in Australia, where we can still surf and paddle every day, in Spain, including in the Canary Islands, they're not allowed outside unless it's absolutely essential. So they're definitely not allowed to go in the water. Hopefully, sooner than later, that's going to end. And as we were chatting about just after actually the camera stopped rolling, we were saying, imagine how good that first race back is going to be. It's going to be such a celebration. Everyone is going to be so excited. When we're all allowed to be together again, when we're all allowed to hug again, there's going to be a lot of hugs flying around. There's going to be a lot of stoke on the water. The after party is going to be all time. Let's face it. And hopefully that's sooner rather than later. So welcome my guests today, Susak Molinero and Paolo Marconi. Just a quick heads up, if you're enjoying these daily podcasts and you'd like to support SUP Racer, the creative work that I do here, you can jump on and join Club SUP Racer, this special members only insiders club. It's basically just a fancy name for those of you who want to support SUP Racer financially. If you want to contribute a couple of bucks a week or a month and help fund these creative projects, such as the daily podcasts and everything else that SUP Racer does, get onto supracer.com/club for all the details. You can join our Patreon page. Patreon's this platform where you can support creative artists. Again, not sure if I qualify as a creative artist, but I'm claiming it for now. Anyway, folks, I hope you're enjoying these daily podcasts. It really is a true joy for me to be able to chat with a different paddler around the world each day and share their interesting stories with you, the community, because this is why we do it, so that we can all stay connected and look forward to that day when we can all be back on the water together. Anyway, it's midnight here, and I make a bad habit of rambling on in these intros, so I'm just going to leave it there. Let's welcome Susak and Paolo. Okay, welcome to the show. Two of my favorite people on tour, Susak and Paolo. You guys are over there in the Canary Islands. How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, hello everybody. We are doing fine. What about you?
We're doing pretty good in Australia. We're still allowed in the ocean, so I think we're one of the lucky countries at the moment. But you guys are interesting because, Paolo, you're Italian. Susak, you're Spanish. Two of the hardest hit countries in the world.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Yeah, but now we are in Canary, that is still Spain, but it's like a group of islands in the middle of the ocean. So we are like separate from both Italy and Spain.
Here was not super hard.
Yeah.
So
it's a safe place to be right now. We
Just
are already starting to see the end of the chaos here.
That's good.
Maybe slow we can go to make sports and let's see, because it's not sure, but they are talking about maybe next week, but not sure.
So you can't go paddling now?
No. We just can go buy some food and some medicine if you need.
Yeah.
That's it.
And here there is like from the first day, like police going around the street and
like the
helicopters, drones, the army in the supermarket. So it's like,
Really?
but it's good because here, like the contagious
Yeah,
was like now it's 0.6 or something like that, because like from the first time, all the police, everything is everybody at home, anybody can go out. So the contagious was like stopping super fast.
That's good. Just explain where you guys are.
Yeah.
Where are the Canary Islands for those that don't know?
So we are in the middle of the
Far away.
Atlantic Ocean.
You're closer to Africa, right?
Yeah, we are
Yes.
closer to Africa than to Europe. But Spanish people in the past made a good choice and colonized a good spot. No.
You visited a few centuries ago and decided to stay. The Spanish.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. I think Lanzarote was first discovered by an Italian, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
I remember.
Ah,
But
Crevara.
then Spanish took the lead.
Fuerteventura, yeah.
We are in Corralejo right now, in Fuerteventura,
There was
in the far north.
Oh yeah. So you guys are right there.
in the north, in front of
Yeah.
Isla de Lobos,
Yeah,
you know?
that small
Oh, yeah.
island is just in front. Is I don't know 3 kilometers away from here.
Yeah.
And there is one of the best wave in the world over there.
Oh yeah.
You can only reach by Zodiac, and
A lot of local people.
Yeah. You take the Zodiac, they take you there, they throw you in the middle of the ocean and come back after 1 hour or every hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys are basically in Morocco.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, more or less.
More or less.
You're miles from Spain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
are
gotta
really
get-
far away from.
I got to get to there.
Just far away.
I've never been to Fuerteventura. It
Yeah.
looks incredible.
I think you would love it.
Yeah.
It's like a moon landscape with desert, volcanoes. It's one of a kind, and every island of the Canary Islands is pretty different from each other. Huh?
Yeah. And it's a paddling mecca and a surfing and windsurfing, just like ocean sports mecca, right?
Yeah, we were just talking that during winter, some of the finest European paddlers come here. There has been a period where you could do like an international race and have some of the top. You got Sonny here.
Like 2 weeks
Martino
ago.
is here. Tolade brothers, Giordano. Many people are here. Martin Vitrien.
We meet Martin Vitri too.
Yeah, Martin Vitrin was here. And you just go, you don't text to anybody. You just go to the spot and find everybody
Maybe
in the water.
went to the water. Oh, wow, Martin Vitri.
Vinicius was here.
Vinicius was here too. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like the European winter getaway for people that love the ocean.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
We're addicted.
Yeah. It's
How
not a bad
long-
place.
What are you doing there? Was this your winter training camp or do you live there half the year or what?
Yeah, this year was a training camp. It was supposed to be.
Yeah.
We buy a ticket to go, but
Yeah.
not to come back.
For the
Just-
first time, we say, okay,
we
let's
say,
see.
Yeah, let's see. And then all of a sudden, when we bought the ticket for the 26th of March, everything exploded. The whole Corona
We
stuff.
buy it before.
Yeah.
See,
And
like
they
3
delete the
weeks before.
flight and said, okay, we are stuck here and no way to come back for now.
Well,
You know that the thing was that like the week before,
Yeah.
well, the same week, Paolo, we went to Gran Canaria, the island,
Yeah.
behind Fuerteventura, because Paolo was
Yeah, I decided to run
a crazy thing.
an ultra marathon.
a
My
running
first
race.
one. Yeah,
he
yeah.
did it.
In
Yeah.
the
Wow.
mountains.
A mountain
Yeah.
ultra.
But you know,
Yeah. 75 kilometers. 65, sorry.
65K with 3,000
Yeah, D plus.
decibel.
What were you thinking?
Crazy.
After 11 City Tour, my mind got lost. You can understand me. I watched your movie the other day. So.
Wow,
Oh, yeah?
was amazing. You can like, in the middle of the stop the video, no?
Yeah.
Parker's face, like, okay, where we are.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That would be me in the mountains if I was running an ultra. That would be next level. How did you go? Did you finish?
Yeah, I finished in the
Really?
top 50. Top
Wow.
50 people over 600. I was pretty surprised about that.
Jeez, man, you're in good shape.
You did really well.
Yeah, except for the sport part, I think I got addicted to pain and fatigue.
But Chris, listen to me. Like he said, because there is like
there's
the
different
20K,
distances.
the 45, the 65. That was here is a really big range, and there is like the 128. So that is like all night crossing all day, because Gran Canaria is an
I'll keep it
circle
for
island.
next year. 120.
See, because he said to me after, but was the other day, after to see your video, like, oh, the monster, but it was like, the Indians and everything. And Paolo said, I think I want to next year to do the 128 because I want to see the monsters.
I was tired, but I didn't see monsters, so
I was so
I didn't
tired.
hallucinate, no?
So you want the hallucinations. Come do the Yukon. You'll see a lot of things up in the Yukon.
I told Susak was worried about that because I told her, wow, I would love to do it.
Worried not. Yeah, it could be good.
But guys, I have an announcement to make worldwide. Susak told me for the first time, I would like to do 11 City one day.
Hey! Yes, Susak. It's official now. It's on Paddlecast.
No way back.
It could be interesting. No, I in my inside, I feel something.
It's a special race.
I think. Yeah.
As soon as Paolo reached the finish line last year, he was saying, I'm going to bring back Susak next year. This was, I don't think you've got a choice. Sorry, Susak. You're coming.
I have no choice. No?
It might be the first race of the season in September.
Yeah.
So
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it even goes ahead.
No, could be the first one, I hope before, but
I hope before.
Yeah,
the lucky predictions from Euro Tour.
In June,
but it's super early.
Yeah, I don't think Spain in June is. I mean, maybe they'll start opening up the different countries. You'll be able to do like domestic races, but or maybe within Europe you'll be able to do like different European countries can travel, but like I don't think we're going to be allowed to travel to Europe until the end of the year. Yeah,
that's the thing. I think they're gonna allow events with less than 500 or 1,000 people, like big marathons, and we could possibly run SUP events. But the problem will be the traveling, the biggest problems,
and the hotels and everything.
I mean, imagine before traveling with several 14 birds at the airport. Imagine now after this.
So I think it's more than it's better because people is like far away from you. You have the board and you don't have people around. Maybe.
That's optimistic, but we'll see. I think hopefully we get over to Europe this year. It's strange. Like it would almost be time for everybody to start heading over. Like the start of May is usually Euro Tour time, and we're all joining you guys in Spain, and we see each other every week for 8 weeks straight. It's such a cool time of the year.
Not to see each other.
We're gonna have to do a paddlecast every week with you guys. But what's the feeling like among the paddlers? Have you been talking with the other Spanish paddlers, Susak and Paolo in Italy, the ones that are actually like in the mainland? What's the mood like over there?
Over there, there's not so much positive thinking because even just the media or the news are not giving so much positive. They're always looking for the big news, the big data to say. So So it's hard to find a way out of it. But I think look, the other day we saw Sonic passing by in front of our house, and we managed to have a chat. And we are,
because we have the supermarket close to here.
Yeah, we are convinced that we have to look day by day. Once we get to the water, we will be lucky. Then we will start thinking about racing. If you look at the whole thing now, you get really, really sad and really bad. You get lost, I believe.
Yeah. Well, of all the places you picked to be stuck, you're definitely in one of the best ones. I actually just chatted with Daniel Jasulio right before this, and he's stuck in Bali. So he's also picked a really good place to be stuck.
Yes.
Yeah. He can still paddle, I think.
Yeah, he's actually picked the best one. He's still allowed in the ocean, and he's in Bali. I hope you guys are allowed back in the water soon, because I know for me over here, like for us, we've got a lot of restrictions, but for me and like our group, we don't really notice it because we're still allowed in the ocean. We're still allowed to surf and paddle. Yeah. And that's what we love doing. So we're still allowed to do like what we really love. If they took that away, like, you know, for you guys, then man, you must have some patience and some
it's true.
resolve.
I believe at the end, our routine is not that far from quarantine, except the training. You know, you train, you go back, you rest, you train, you go back, you go.
We are not like party.
So I just miss the training side of it.
Yeah.
If they allowed us to go to the water, it would be like no quarantine. We go to the water, we go home, we eat, we do yoga, we maybe play guitar, and after we go to the water again, and so. Maybe miss the gelato or the pizza outside on the Saturday, but
it can be.
We are made home pizza.
Susak is cooking a lot. Susak is cooking. She is becoming like, you know, in Italy.
You're the Italian, Paolo. Why are you making the Spanish girl make pizzas? Come on.
Yeah, but because she's good.
She's half Italian.
She's half Italian, and she's like recreating that image of the classic Italian grandmother cooking for the family, and she's taking care of it, you know?
All right, I'm staying with you guys in Europe next summer. Let's book it in now. What's the kind of, give us an insight. What's the psychological impact on you guys? Like, you love the ocean, you love paddling. How does it feel when suddenly that's not possible?
Yeah, my version and then her, because we are pretty different. I was lucky, as I told you, to run the 65Ks just 5 days before the lockdown, you know. So I took this as a Zen period to recover and to do to come back to a white page to reset everything. So I still manage to control my addiction to the ocean right now. If we go 1 month more, it's gonna be difficult. But right now, I got this pain, and okay, right time to quit, keep the fitness going, and come back in the ocean in best shape without problems and
really stressed.
With the really wanting to enjoy what's coming next. But everybody has a different.
I miss it a lot, and I can't wait for to go to the water. But I think it's like a kind of responsibility for all of us. If here in my country I can go out, I don't go out, and it's like everything that happens in life, no, that maybe you have to follow some rules, and so I follow it. I try to. Okay, I have days that I cry maybe. I don't know, the cycle and everything, no, because all the people I know now I'm better now, but at the beginning, no, all the phones with my friends, with family, with people that working in sanitary things and everything, like it's not easy, no, because you think a lot and you hope that everything is going well and hope on it, no? But okay, we are here. The only thing that we can do is stay home, because maybe we have the COVID and we don't know it because we are healthy people but maybe we can
transmit
it, no? So we have to act like we have it. So I go to the supermarket, I put a mask, I put the ones and everything because maybe I have it, I'm healthy, but and I don't feel anything. But there is an old people or something. So to keep safe and everything. I miss the ocean, but we will do it. We will going again so soon. So it's okay. For sure. Like the lucky thing is that we are here and we have a lot of sunny days and we can smell the ocean because it's close to here, no? So it's a good thing. We have like some palm tree. So, and we are doing a lot of yoga. Paolo is like super infognato, como si dice.
If this goes on, I will become a yogi.
Because it's like every day.
Like 3 hours.
Yeah, we talk with Seychelles too, that she's doing some live. And I think today is her birthday.
Yeah, today is Seychelles' birthday, I believe.
Yeah, I have to say.
All right. Happy birthday, Seychelles.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Tell me what it's like. You guys are. How long have you been together as a couple? When'd you hook up?
2014.
Yeah, it's the 6 years we live together. Yeah.
Live together?
We live together, yeah, I believe.
Madonna,
I think I've
time
lost
flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we start like that at 2013.
Susak was in Italy working before starting stand-up paddling. So we met after we I don't know how you say in English, we start a relationship and
you hooked up. We just say you hooked up.
Yeah. Okay. We hooked up, and the first year we were living one in Tuscany, one in in Veneto, that is in the north of Italy.
I was in the north.
And
so we meet in the weekends, like super fast after work on Friday.
Yeah, we met halfway.
Maybe in some culture city in the center of between us, no?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a cool.
And after 1 year of meeting around Italy, she moved to Florence, that is nearer to my place. And after 6 months, she moves to my place. But
for love.
Yeah. But I mean, since we started competing more seriously, it's like, okay, our base is in my place, our apartment, but we stay there, I don't know, 3 months in a year. Like in 2020, I've been home except for this, like 3 days, 4 days.
No, because we combine a lot with Barcelona. I have my family, the sons of my sister, the sons, and so like doing racing like that. And we have the school in Italy, but we can move a lot. So if we can train and we can do like some clinics in Barcelona, or we go to Italy, we have the school in summer. We have no races, so we do. So we try to combine it, and we are always moving. Yeah.
What's your secret? How do you stay together? You live together, you train together, you compete together. That must be true love.
Yeah. And we still don't know how we.
Sometimes we say, because some days like, okay, let me know, and we say, oh, amore, no, what? And I say, oh, we never not, but so we discuss, no? I think I know. I don't like it. So in fact, I don't, ¿cómo se llama? Discuss with.
We don't fight. we don't fight that much. The only times we did not fight, we had some discussion, was for I don't know, racing or stand-up paddling. Oh, you have to do this, or I did a mistake. But I believe stand-up paddling is the thing that keeps us balanced, because
the sport,
it's
the
like
nature,
it's like this common mission to enjoy nature, paddling, and to live together to a bigger goal, that is being out in the ocean, being out in the nature, and just staying healthy, So
that's beautiful.
It might be that Yeah, could be that the reason, huh?
Yeah. What's your
No.
how do you
The love, for sure. Yeah, the love for each other. But
how much do you guys train? Because you've both had some fantastic results. Susak, especially you last year, you just went to a whole new level and finally stopped getting those fourth places. And I remember at ICF in Qingdao, you said, I don't want another chocolate medal. I want a real medal. And you got it. Silver medal in the course race with your good friend Olivia. You were just flying there.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was so cool.
Yeah, it was really emotional, that race, I believe.
For you or for Susak?
For Susak, indeed, but even for me, I was I got really emotional, even because I was racing like 5 minutes later. I ran to get the board. Susak and Olivia were celebrating. Was almost sunset.
You know, we like I don't know, 1 month after, no, maybe before, we rewatched the live, no?
Yeah.
From the races and everything, with a good connection, and listening to you and Kelly was so good, and commenting and everything. And in the video after my arriving, I was like hugging like Olivia, and Fiona was coming, and Connor have to use Fiona's board, so you can see in the video I arriving and Connor and Fiona arriving, a guy catching Fiona's board, and after was like Connor saying, no, it's for me, like running
Yeah.
back to this guy that was like picking up his board, now that he have to use it.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're not on Team Starboard. They end up sharing a lot. But
sharing a lot.
I had to.
Yeah.
I had to catch her board too, so we were like waiting for our start.
Oh yeah.
And the race marshal was there and told me, like, me, Martino, Connor, and I believe another guy were on the starting line with an inflatable just to keep our spot. We just put an inflatable, and he was like, "What are you doing, guys? We have to start now." And we are without a board, but we were lucky enough that we were sharing the board with like the top 5 women's, like Susak, Fiona, and
Lena
I don't
Ribeiro.
remember another one. So we solved this.
Lucky your girlfriend's a very fast paddler, buddy, or you might have been racing an inflatable.
Yeah, it's true.
Speaking of your team,
No, so
you guys have got one of the coolest teams, RRD. I love those boards, the razzle-dazzle design.
like the zebra.
Yeah.
I go to I'm on Susak's Instagram here. These razzle-dazzle boards, isn't that like some old warship kind of paint?
Yeah. I don't know if it comes from the warships or if it comes from the style of art, because it's both a style of art and the painting of the warship.
Yeah,
but
right.
The message is the same. Like it's like these geometrical figures that create like this never seen before design. It's like in worship was used to not get recognized as worship.
It's camouflage, right?
It's like a camouflage, yeah. And it's interesting. It's cool, I think. It's one of a kind, at least.
Yeah. What's it like working with Roberto? Because RRD, Roberto Ricci Designs, Roberto's famous for just being this larger-than-life character.
Yeah. He's we are really lucky because we live like 40 minutes away. My house where I born is 40 minutes away from the general quarter of RRD in Italy, where the ideas of Roberto come to reality.
Yeah, we meet Roberto a lot of times, and there is all the team, no?
Yeah.
All the people that works there.
So he's a really
open mind.
Yeah, he's always looking for innovation. He has a big experience in water sports.
Here we go.
Now.
Yeah, these are the crazy old warships. They tried to camouflage with funky lines. Man.
You know, this is the 2021 board for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got good rocker. I like the
And,
rocker in the nose there.
Yeah, good rock. Yeah. Yeah, but the fun thing is when I signed first, then Susak came with me in RRD, but I could never imagine when I started stand-up paddling that I could be lucky enough to see the whole process, the entire process of the idea, the board, and the realization of it. Like we go to the general, to the
Headquarters.
factory, we see how the first board, the custom is made.
Yeah.
And not only the stand-up paddling,
they have a lot.
They produce kites, foil, windsurf. So we see the whole process, and it's really cool. Apart from the sport part, from the creative part, is really cool to see.
It seems like a big hacienda, factory or something, but it's like small one, no? There are like old people inside that work inside. They meet each other.
Yeah, it's really like a big
lot
family.
of young people that with the good ideas, so it's a cool. Yeah, we appreciate it. It's good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about this sport?
I think
Racing, but not racing just the race, the performance. I mean, the tour, the community, the sharing experience, both in the water and off the water. Like,
yeah,
if you think back at what makes it special is the whole pack, is the fight you share in the water and the party you share, or the big hugs on land. You know, it's hard to explain. It's easy to explain to you, but it's hard to explain to people outside of it, no? Because
it's like a traveling family.
Yeah.
A big extended family.
In other sports, it's a big
It's
family.
a big family, yes.
And we are lucky enough to live it in this way, because I believe in some other sports that are bigger, well known, the family part that does not exist, you know, I believe.
Maybe yes, we don't know, but
I don't know.
For sure in the SUP community, SUP community, there is like a really big wow. And we are happy to meet each other, and after the parties and after together, and I don't know, to share, no, all the I said before racing, no, but it's everything that is around racing, no. I race, but I race with somebody. I meet somebody that organized the race. I meet the guy that is like you, no.
What's been your favorite after party? Best after party.
I think, San Sebastian or like Cap de Creus was so good too.
Yeah. Or we were lucky enough to live one of the Riviera house party.
Yeah.
The last, I believe.
The last one.
Yeah.
PPG's BOP days.
Yeah,
they were fun times in California. Do you guys miss the old Dana Point days?
A lot, indeed. Yeah.
That was
even the racing format, not only the big show around it, but even just racing with that format was incredible.
Yeah, it was the Super Bowl.
It was fun in the water. Yeah.
A perfect beach to do this kind of technical race every year, no? Yeah.
Hopefully we will do more. Huh?
Do you guys have like a secret language you speak out on the water when you're racing together? What do you speak Spanish or Italian or English? Because you both got 3 or 4 different languages.
Yeah, we speak Italian, because Susak's Italian is far way better than my Spanish level, you know.
Yeah.
But
it's almost 10 years that I'm in Italy, so come on.
I'm trying to learn Catalan.
Ooh.
And so I already understand and read in Catalan, but I'm not speaking yet.
because you don't want.
Yeah, I'm
Because Catalan,
shy. I'm shy.
I love Catalan. Catalan is my mother language, no? And it's like, I know, Spanish maybe have more character, and it seems that like Catalan, it's like more
More sweet.
more sweet.
Oh,
no?
yeah.
It's like, you
It's a
know,
romantic language.
no? Like Italian, more,
Yeah.
not romantic, maybe more. ¿Cómo se llama morbido?
Mellow.
Soft,
It's
mellow
mellow
or
language.
something, no?
Yeah.
It sounds nicer.
So I think
Yeah.
Paolo didn't feel like.
I still don't.
You don't feel manly?
I'm not ready yet to talk. No. But it could be like our secret language, because it's not that so not many people speak Catalan.
Explain
For why?
explain what explain what it is,
Sorry,
Susak. Explain what Catalan.
Is,
No.
What is Catalan?
Che lingua?
For those that don't
Catalan
know.
is the language that that we speak in Catalunya, and bueno, in the Països Catalans, it means like, bueno, there is Valencia, Comunitat Valenciana, with Catalunya and with the Balear Islands, that is Mallorca. Before were the Països Catalans, but now, like some years ago, Valencia, because it's not Catalan, because it was like a dialect from Catalan. Now they have the Valencia, because in Spain there are 5 languages. Like there is Spanish, Catalan, Euskera, and Gallego, and Valencià. From Galicia and Gallego. So yeah, the Catalan is in Catalonia, and in the Balears too. They have like the dialect from Catalan that is Balear, no? So is like different.
Catalonia is Barcelona, right?
See, yes, yeah.
So you guys get your own special language in Barcelona.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Spanish too, but I love Catalan.
What does everyone speak?
You can really feel.
Yeah. What's everyone speak at the?
Feel the appartenance of Catalan to their language.
What do you guys speak on the buoy turns? On like a Euro Tour race, when you've got 18 different nationalities bashing into each other at the buoy turn, how do you swear at someone?
I think everybody is speaking
in its own,
or in English or something.
So have you learned some swear words in French and English and German?
In French with Olivia sometimes, putain! People, sorry, we are in.
You are lying.
It's okay. They went. French people say putain every second word.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah, but not in a word. So no, but I remember this one that we always remember with Olivia was like two years ago in Scharbeutz in Germany. In the buoy we were like 5 or 6 and was like whoa, whoa, whoa. And I remember Olivia saying like putain, whoa, crazy, and we were remembering it a lot. Yeah,
that's I think
everybody.
At some point, we're going to have to get like a microphone for the live stream on the Golden Buoy and just listen to people swearing in like half a dozen different languages.
Yeah. But even on the board, like in drafting trains would be fun.
Oh, yeah?
Like the microphone. Have you ever seen like in Formula 1 races when you hear the technical message on the pilot's headphones?
Yeah,
I really love this part of sport. Would be great to. It's an inside, of the sport.
What would we hear, Paolo, if there was a draft train and it was coming towards the end of a race and the pace starts picking up? What are people saying?
Well, there's not so much talking. If it's just pushing and saving energy sometimes. It would be nice more in the buoy turns. In the buoy turns, it's funnier to
It's when people get angry.
Yeah. It's where the drama happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not always.
Yeah. Who's the most notorious? Come on, throw someone under the bus.
No, I don't know. In Italy, you should come to Italy to one of the national championship. The last one I took part was pretty chaotic. because the federation put like a rule that if you are on the inside of the buoy, you got the right to go, no? So it was like complete chaos because it was like people trying to get the inside before the buoys, and it was like a chaos due to organization. Because if
Yeah.
you don't, right now we don't have like written rules in racing, but everybody of us knows that if you do something wrong, your opponent is gonna pay, but yourself you're gonna pay. If you put your board on the tail of your opponent, your opponent is stopped, you are stopped, and 10 other people will pass you, no? So it's like a good anarchy until now. But if you put a rule on it, everybody will try to make the best out of this rule, and it's gonna be chaos, I believe. Like, you remember the PPG buoy turns, even when like 10 people just turn the same buoy on the same wave? Like, that is the perfect example of controlled anarchy, because no one wants to
Fall and
interfere with the others, because it's your own benefit not to do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's a complicated thing. But that Italian championship was crazy. It was like,
Yeah.
you know, the level of Italian paddlers is quite good.
it's high.
So we were
if they
like
put it all together-
five of us fighting, and because of that rule,
Maybe because for the championship too, no?
You guys are strong in Italy, huh? Spain, Italy, like Spain, Italy, and France are kind of the three powerhouse nations in Europe, it seems.
Yeah, Spain is gonna be
super strong,
really strong in the future. They have a lot of young kids.
Those kids from Mallorca are incredible.
Yeah.
Laura's
Mallorca
kids
from the Canary Island, Laura's kids, yeah.
Yeah.
From
Even
the SUP
here,
too.
even here in Fuerteventura, there is a big team, ONEX team, that is growing up a lot of children that are gonna be
They have the
really
waves.
fast.
They have on waves too, no? Because there is in the north of Spain, in the Basque Country, there are like a lot of people too in Cantabria, and so more surfing because there are more.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to see the next generation coming through.
And the ISA that maybe I listen, or I don't know, that maybe they want to put like a junior wave for the next ISA, if it will happen, because maybe I think this year not.
Yeah.
But the idea was this one, no? To put another junior, but on wave riding. It could be super nice.
Yeah, I didn't even think they've never had a junior surfer. That makes sense. They got the junior paddle. They got the junior racers now. That'd be cool. Yeah. And Spain would probably be getting another medal there. You guys finished. Did you finish second last year?
Yes. Yeah. And we won. We were gold in the.
You won the relay.
Race.
Nice. Yeah. You beat the Frenchies and the Americans and the Brazilians.
Frenchies. Yes.
Yeah. Nice work.
Super special, Yeah, there we were like a big team and super good vibes all together. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Paolo, you successfully. Yeah. You got out of that last question about saying who was the most aggressive paddler at the buoy turn. You didn't have to throw anyone under the bus. So I'll give you an easy one. Mm-hmm. Which paddlers do you respect? Yeah. Do you each respect the most when you're competing?
Wow, there are many of them, because as I told you before, it's like a big community in and out of the water. But
come on, pick one.
Pick one. I will say Bruno.
Yeah.
Because I was lucky enough to share the 11 city with him. The last year. You were on the boat with us too. We were sharing the room, and I see how much dedication and how much passion he puts in it. And then I met him like in 2012. So it's many years I know him, and I saw all of his progression, and both him and Daniel. But I shared with Bruno the 11th City Tour, and so I can tell him, I tell it personal, that is working really, really hard, and I think I respect him. So when we are racing, and I'm fast enough that day to be on his side. Not every day happens, and I can see that he's one of the strongest in this business, and he's a really good guy too. So he gets my respect. But many racer. Casper is one of them, for example. I listen to his podcast, and I really love his way of looking at the sport. So for the adventure and everything. Bart the Svart is another that I respect. Even I don't know him personally, but I respect him because of his career and of his of the things he do, of the distance he paddles. No.
Yeah.
You know, Chris, that in 2013, Paolo did the Elba Island.
Yes.
The Elba Island with Napoleon.
Yeah.
So he did like 92 kilometers. Yeah, in 12 hours.
Yeah.
Something. In 2013.
Wow.
Like, yes.
But I look back at it, and I look back at just my paddle length or the wetsuit I was wearing. I said, okay, if I do it tomorrow with no training, I can beat that time, because the sport moves so quickly and so forward. So I might try again.
How do you compete with someone like a Bruno at the 11 Cities? Or just tell us, 11 Cities in general, that was your first year last year. What was it like? Because you were one of the top guys there. You did very well, especially for your first time.
Yeah.
But Bruno has a unique approach to that race where he basically just tries to sprint on the first day and successfully does it.
Yeah.
What did you learn from him?
I learned that first thing I learned that you cannot come and do your best result in the first year at the 11th City Tour, because Bruno is winning, but it's like, I don't know, 4 times participating to that. And then when you have that kind of experience, you can prepare your own strategy, no? So he got the experience, and his own strategy is to go full speed day one and create the gap. So my approach with that was like, for example, first day at the start, he starts sprinting like it was like a 10K race. And I have no idea of what I was going to live in that 5 days. So I said, okay, for me, he can go and win for 30 minutes, because I'm not going to stand this rhythm. And I don't even know how long do I have to paddle in this race. I don't know where to go. I lost my way in the first chrono race of this year.
Oh yeah.
I just found myself.
You missed that left-hand turn. That first big left-hand turn.
Because I was in traffic of both. I lost like 2 minutes. So next year, if it happens, I will have my own strategy to compete in it. This year, I was like, okay, I want to do good. I'm trained to face 200 plus kilometers, but I really had no strategy, because there were like so many things that can change or can go wrong in your body, internally and externally. So it was like more than deal with Bruno or any other else strategy, was like to adapt to the race, and to learn from others. I learn. I always say to Susak, 11 City Tour is like the university of stand-up paddling. you spend your day drafting. Yeah, you spend like 5 hours a day drafting and sprinting and pushing your limit. It's like doing maybe 3 years of racing, of normal racing in 5 days. No, you can.
I understand that feeling.
You can understand it.
I
It's
don't
a very,
understand.
it's a very special. Oh, wait till you go, Susak. You'll get addicted like we all do. Are you excited, Susak,
Yeah.
hearing these stories, or is it making you nervous?
I want to do it. I said to Paolo, okay, but I will do it like the
Yeah, like she want to do it like you remember the plastic tides guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
come
them.
on.
Doing the-
It's picking up.
It's different.
Yeah, but they say at the same time, I'm worried because I can go there and do it this one because people say to me, you have to do the competition one, or maybe on everybody, no, you have to go, so you have to go. But maybe I want to go there and clean the channels
Yeah,
and enjoy the.
But I
Don't
think
worry. There's
the
heaps of
real
people that do that,
sense-
Susak. You can race. It's okay.
You can.
Yeah. And the real challenge of 11 City Tour, I really believe, is the first stroke of every morning after the first leg. Like you wake up and you say, oh, man, now I'm gonna paddle like other 5 hours. Then you go on your board to start the day, and that first stroke is like, that. For those of you who paddle the 11
I
City
think
Tour,
Parker
maybe
knows.
you will understand. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But
very
until
difficult
you
to get out of
didn't
bed
race-
each day.
Yeah. It is. I
All right.
want, but I don't know if I want this kind of.
I'm going to message
I
the
don't know,
guys
it's like-
now. Sign you up, Susak.
No. Stop it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Well,
I need to train. I can go to the water now, so. No, let's see.
you could just run laps around your apartment. Just run
No,
40,
I-
40
You already
kilometers.
started.
Yes.
You already started. Huh?
The other day, like 5Ks, like, I don't know.
Yeah, 1 hour running.
Yeah,
around
but it was
the
like a lot of turns because the space is closed, and I say, okay, maybe I don't know, like a hamster, no?
Yeah. Well, guys, we're coming up to, we're getting close to an hour now. I'm trying to keep these daily podcasts to
Okay.
like 50 or 60 minutes, and I'm struggling with it because I just love chatting with all you guys around the world. It's good fun to catch up, and I hope
it's
it's,
a lot of
it's really
fun.
cool.
It's a lot of fun.
yeah, I hope it's sharing,
It's a lot
it's
of-
helping the community stay connected and we can share some fun stories. It's,
Yeah. I believe it's a great way to keep the community active.
yeah. No, it's good fun, but I have to be careful because I have a tendency to talk all day. For anyone that's listened to my commentary,
You're addicted.
I am. So we might start wrapping it up there. But guys, it was an
Yeah.
absolute pleasure to chat with you today,
For us
and
too.
I'd love to do another one of these with you guys next month. Maybe, hopefully, when you're allowed back outside to paddle, it would be
Yeah.
great to hear like your first paddle, what
Yeah.
your first paddle was like after
Yeah,
a couple of months of
great.
lockdown.
No, after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be really great.
Well,
So thank you, Chris. Huh? It was
Yeah.
an honor.
no, thank you guys.
Bye.
Yeah,
And
Ciao,
hope to
guys.
see you soon. But
we see
Ciao,
you.
ciao.
We'll see you soon on the water for sure. We'll be back.
Yeah.
yes.
All right,
Sure.
stay strong over there,
Stay
guys.
safe, everybody.
We'll chat
Thank
soon.
you.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao.